mid-afternoon slump. Ready?
Sports.
Eat a small piece of dark chocolate that contains at least.
At KCCR Sports. Post-8 Baseball is brought to you by Evermore Boutique, Wagner Auto, Oahe Federal Credit Union, ServiceMASTER, and Rising Hope Counseling.
We'll take off for a second. Dean, outdoors right field. That one is going to get out for Bennett Dean. 5 runs driven in.
Post-8 Baseball is also brought to you by TODD'S Electric, Pierre Sports Center, AIRTECH, Gales Gas, Avera, Bank West, and B&B Equipment.
Zabel on the 3-0, outdoor center field. That's far, that's gone. A 3-run homer for Grace Zabel. And it's a 3-1 lead.
Post-8 Baseball is also brought to you by Overhead Door Company, Gateway Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, Birding Electric, Olson Plumbing, and AGTEGRA.
There's a fly ball out to left field. Going back on it deep is Rue. He's going to turn and watch it sail over for a home run. And Andy Gordon, his first home run of the season, first home run of his career.
Post-8 Baseball is also brought to you by All Around Graphics, First Dakota National Bank, CommTech, Shane's Pharmacy, Black Hills Federal Credit Union, Midwest Cooperative, South Dakota Weed and Pest, Nystrom Electric, Dakota Sprinkler, and Lamb Motor.
The 2-1 pitch. Stout out towards right field. Did he get enough of it? Is it going to go? And walk off. Grand slam for Garrett Stout.
Post-8 Baseball is also brought to you by Kathy Sunshine Properties, Sioux Nation, Krueger Contracting, HOMECARE Services, and Fisher Rounds. And now, with the call of today's action, KCCR award-winning sports director, John Winkler.
And a good evening as we welcome you here to Brandon Valley as we are set for a doubleheader of baseball between Pierre and the Brandon Valley Lynx. John Winkler here on this beautiful Tuesday evening in Brandon as the Eights are looking to continue their streak here against this another South Dakota opponent. 11 of the last 12 that Post-8 has won over South Dakota Class A opponents, and they will put that to the test today against the number 2 team in the state. Brandon Valley will host the state tournament, so seed points are not up for grabs for them. It doesn't matter where they sit at in terms of the end of the season. They will be in the state tournament. They don't have to win the 2 of 3. They are the host team that have automatically qualified. Now, they still obviously want to win these games because these are important games to win against this Pierre ball club. But the Pierre Post-8 coming in, the Eights needing these 2 wins to kind of keep pace with the top 4 of the with the state tournament. With the standings right now as they sit at number 3, they would play Yankton. If the season ended today, they would play Yankton in the region round and a chance to win that best 2 of 3 to go to the state tournament here in Brandon coming up next month. Barely less than a month away before we get to the state tournament. That is hard to say that we're that close to potentially playing in the state tournament. Post-8 will be throwing Bennett Dean on the mound here as he did not pitch this past weekend. I think the plan was going to have him be on the mound on Sunday if they had gotten to the state championship, but because they did not get to the state championship, to the championship of that Minot tournament, but because they did not get to that championship game, he was not able to pitch, or he did not pitch, so now he is available and will be used as the starter here in game number 1 for the Eights against Brandon Valley. They will counter with Michael Chevalier. He is a guy that he is a very good pitcher. He is throwing very well for this Brandon Valley club through the last couple of years, and he gets the ball here in game number 1 as Post-8 and Brandon play here at where we will see the state tournament be played. Whether Post-8 is here or not, we hope that we have some games for Post-8 baseball here in the state tournament, but we will be here in Brandon for the state tournament and can't wait for it here coming up in a couple of weeks, 3 weeks away. Or right around 3 weeks away, 4 weeks away before we get to the state tournament. We will step aside for 3 minutes, come back. We'll run down the standings, run down the matchups for today around South Dakota Class A region as you are listening to Post-8 baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds and Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Bank West Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent with Bank West Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
HOMECARE Services is a private agency committed to providing expert advice and specialized care to those who want to remain living independently at home. HOMECARE Service has a team of nurses, caregivers, and administrative staff that offers a full range of in-home support services to our area. For more information about HOMECARE Services, call 224-2273. Expert advice, professional care. HOMECARE Services, 224-2273.
At Black Hills Federal Credit Union, our top priority is providing value to our members. Since 1941, we have helped our neighbors buy homes and vehicles, finance their farms and ranches, insure their assets, and retire comfortably. From Custer to Sioux Falls, we live and work in our communities, and we treat our members like family. Visit bhfcu.com to learn more about how you can join. BHFCU is member-owned, not-for-profit, and federally insured by NCUA.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Krueger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Krueger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
Sioux Nation of Fort Pierre knows what that sound is. It's baseball season. They also know that means it's grilling season. Sioux Nation has the Green Mountain Grill choices that you need for those hot dogs and burgers for tailgating. And let's be honest, you know there will be a steak in there too. Visit Sioux Nation of Fort Pierre and see their selection of grills. While you're there, also pick up some seasonings for your grilling needs. Visit Sioux Nation at 504 Deadwood Street, Fort Pierre.
As we welcome you back here to Brandon, as we are getting set for first pitch between Brandon Valley and Pierre in a big-time doubleheader. Number 2 versus number 4 in the standings. Brandon Valley sitting at 42.78 points right now. They are ahead by about a half a point over Sioux Falls West, where Post State is creeping closer. That Sioux Falls West matchup here next week, Wednesday, might be a big one on July 7th. July 7th. That could be a huge one. If things kind of stick where they're at, that would be a big matchup, as well as the Harrisburg potential of a single game on Monday. Now it looks like maybe it's going to be a single game against Harrisburg on Monday, July 5th. But where we sit at, Post State will see the number 2, 3, and 5 team. If the standings don't change from where they are today, they will see the number 2, 3, and 5 team from today until next week, Wednesday, July 7th, when they take on Sioux Falls West. So, of course, Pierre is number 4 in those standings. Brandon Valley comes out of those standings when it comes time for regions. They will not have a region matchup. They are the host team. So Post State would be still facing the number 13 seed, which is right now Yankton, as they are currently at 5-10 with 38.46 points coming in. They are playing Sioux Falls West in a doubleheader today. We're one of 5 separate, either 4 doubleheaders and 1 single game, 5 separate matchups for South Dakota Class A baseball. That is one of the most, and we'll have that next Wednesday as well, but that is one of the most that we have seen between these during this season. As, of course, Pierre taking on Brandon Valley in doubleheader. Mitchell and Harrisburg will play 1 game tonight. Huron Sioux Falls East is playing a doubleheader. Sioux Falls West, Yankton, as I said, playing a doubleheader, and Spearfish and Sturgis is also in a doubleheader. So we'll keep an eye on that Mitchell-Harrisburg game, as well as Sioux Falls West and Yankton. Those are some big matchups that we could see either potential change of the standings, or might see a little bit move up matchups and wise. Yankton, if they jump up or jump down, potentially can move out of that matchup with Pierre. We still got a long way to go until we get to the end of the season, so there's still a lot of time left before we are ready for postseason play between for the Pierre Post-State team. They're going to be the visitors, of course, here today. We're about 90 minutes away from first pitch. Looking forward to it. Post-State, this high school baseball team, Pierre Governors, they lost this Brandon Valley team. Obviously, a couple of new guys coming in to this matchup because of guys coming back being super seniors. Brandon Valley had the most coming back, most super seniors coming back. Their pitching staff is reloaded from where they were last year. They are one of the favorites coming into the season, and right now sitting at number 2. Got to be still one of those favorites to finish off the year. So Post-State and Brandon Valley coming up here in just a little bit. We will step aside for 3 minutes, come back with more of the pregame show, getting close to first pitch. Listen to Post-State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
Ah, this is the life. Sitting here, sipping lemonade, basking in the warm sun, and admiring the beauty and the solitude of my very own landscape backyard. You know, I wasn't sure, but I was so glad when I made the call to Andy at Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping to finally have the work done. Calling Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping was probably one of the best and the easiest decisions I've ever made.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping, 280-4440. That's 280-4440.
Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre has been providing professional sales, service, and installation since 1977. Whether you're starting from scratch, new construction, or you're upgrading your current system at your home, farm, or office, give the professionals at Nystrom Electrical Contracting a call. They've got a lot of bright ideas. Call Nystrom today to schedule a free computer-generated estimate. The number is 224-8750, or visit their website at nystromelectric.com.
It is time to control noxious weeds. Do you have a control plan in place? If not, contact your local weed and pest supervisor to help you set up a plan. Effort now will save you time and money in the future. This is Paul Johnson, South Dakota State University Extension Weed Science Coordinator, asking for your support to get this statewide noxious weed problem under control.
As long as you have a local cooperative, you'll never farm alone. At CHS Midwest Cooperative, our team is your team, ready to help you make the decisions that are vital to your operation. From the seed, plant health, and marketing the grain, to fuel to keep you running, the feed to supplement your herds, and the financing programs to make it all possible. We're here for you. Give CHS Midwest Cooperative a call today and let us show you the value of the co-op. Local, loyal, and trusted for generations.
ServiceMaster of Pierre. It's no secret we clean carpets professionally, but not many people know we clean furniture, kitchens, bathrooms, walls, floors, and windows. We also do fire and water restoration, plus construction cleanups. There's nothing we can't clean. Give ServiceMaster a call at 224-9919. ServiceMaster. The clean you expect, the service you deserve. ServiceMaster, 224-9919.
As we welcome you back here, as we are getting set for first pitch between Pierre and Brandon, John Winkler Long here on this beautiful, beautiful Tuesday evening from Brandon. We are getting set for first pitch. We go through the starting lineups. First for Post-State will be Lincoln Keenel's leading things off, the shortstop, followed by Jaden Weeby, the third baseman, the batting second. McGuire Askew will play right field, bat third. Andy Gordon, the first baseman, batting cleanup. Cade Hinkle, the catcher, batting fifth. Isaac Pollock, the DH, batting sixth. Jack Merkwan, the left fielder, bat 7th. Elliot Leifel will play center field and bat 8th. And Matt Hansen is the second baseman as he rounds out the order. Bennett Dean is on the mound for this Post-State team. Here for the second game, for the home team, Brandon Valley, here in game one, it will be Matt Brown to lead things off. He is playing second base. Michael Chevalier is the pitcher, batting second. Joe Kolbeck is the shortstop, batting third. Jackson Hayes, the first baseman, will bat cleanup. Nick Hokenstad, the third baseman, batting fifth. Tyler Shelsky, the right fielder, will bat sixth. Logan Kelling, the left fielder, will bat seventh. Dawson Skorcheski will be the catcher batting 8th, and is Aiden Spicer, the center fielder, will bat 9th for Brandon Valley. So they will go with a strict National League lineup with Chevalier, the pitcher, batting 2nd for this Brandon Valley Lynx team. We will step aside as they are continuing to announce starting lineups on the national anthem. We will step aside for 3 minutes, come back with first pitch. You're listening to Post-State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
CommTech in Pierre invites you to come out and check out their expansive showroom. It's filled with everything you need to thrive in today's technology-dependent world and a knowledgeable staff to guide you through. CommTech has TVs, computers, personal electronics to commercial electronics, anything to fit your technology needs. The experienced professionals at CommTech can guide you through any questions you may have. Whether you struggle with technology or live for it, CommTech can help you find exactly what you're looking for. CommTech will even install and service what they sell, so you don't have to worry once you get your products home. CommTech, located at 1601 North Lowell Avenue behind Walmart. Check them out online at CommTechPlus.com.
South Dakota didn't always have a capital, or even a permanent settlement for that matter. There wasn't always a river city on the Missouri River. And before First Dakota filed the first charter in 1872, there wasn't always a bank in South Dakota. Every timeless institution, tradition, and thriving business was started somewhere by someone who had a dream and the passion to make it happen first. What will be your South Dakota first? Visit firstdakota.com/first. Member FDIC.
Do you need the Pierre Governor apparel for the big game? Or how about Stanley County apparel or Post-State apparel? All Around Graphics in Pierre is your place to go. Not only can you get your apparel, but they also do screen printing, jerseys, awards, and trophies. And did you know they can print and customize your signs? All Around Graphics can do it all. Located at 819 North Euclid Avenue, or call 224-4677. All Around Graphics in Pierre, your one-stop shop.
AGTEGRA in Highmore. We pride ourselves on providing our customers with reliable markets, superior services, and quality products. From corn and soybeans to spring and winter wheat, you can trust AGTEGRA in Highmore with all your grain handling needs. It's all about helping you achieve the best harvest possible. Call AGTEGRA of Highmore today at 605-846-1379. That's 605-846-1379.
Are you building a new home or remodeling the old? Adding a fireplace can make a house a home. Olson Plumbing in Pierre carries a full line of Heat-A-Later fireplaces. Whether your taste is traditional or contemporary, Olson Plumbing has a great selection of Heat-A-Later fireplaces that will fit any style. Whether you're building new or updating, call Olson Plumbing. Heat-A-Later fireplaces, the first name in fireplaces. Olson Plumbing in Pierre is your source for the industry's largest selection of indoor-outdoor fireplaces, either gas or wood, and outdoor fire pits. Stop by their showroom at 2803 East Wells or give them a call, 224-6436.
As we welcome you back here, we are set for baseball this evening as you're listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront Broadcasting Station. It is going to be Post-State taking on Brandon Valley. John Wickler here on this beautiful Tuesday evening, as it will have first pitch coming from Michael Chevalier, as the last time that he threw was back on Thursday, June 24th. He threw 2 innings. He threw for 34 pitches, 1 hit allowed, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and a scoreless outing as Brandon Valley beat Post 22 8-2. He finished off that win for Brandon Valley over the Hard Hats. So he will go against the lineup of Lincoln Keenolz, Jaden Wiebe, McGuire Rasky, Andy Gordon, Cade Hinkle, Isaac Pollock, Jack Merquan, Elliott Life, and Matt Hansen. And his counterpart on the mound, Bennett Dean, who is not in the lineup. Isaac Pollock in the DH spot for him. This is going to be a fantastic day for baseball. I've been waiting for this matchup here for quite some time between Post-States and Brandon Valley. Apologize for any technical difficulties. But Post-States wearing their road whites, with Brandon Valley wearing their home black jerseys. Lincoln Keenels will step to the plate. We're just about set for baseball. Keenels, last time that he was with the post-state team last Wednesday, threw a one-hit shutout over Huron. And a fantastic outing. It was a great performance from Keenels on the mound. Chevalier is ready. Keenels, he's dug in. Here's the first pitch. That one will miss low for ball one as we are underway at 5:01 here on this beautiful Tuesday evening. Here's a 1-0 pitch from Chevalier. That will be on the inside edge. It's now 1-1. So it was 2 innings of work for Chevalier the last time that he was on the mound for for Brandon Valley, beating Post 22. That was down in Omaha. They played each other in the Omaha tournament. 1-1 pitch comes well inside and high on Keenels and is now 2-1. And enjoying the view here at Brandon Valley. You can watch on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Keenels swings and misses and is now 2-2. Greg Dean on assignment tonight, not joining us for the broadcast. So I want to go through the temperature here. 82 degrees here at first pitch as the 2-2 pitch is outside. It's now 3-2. Winds are west-northwest at 5 miles an hour. Sunset at 9:19 tonight, so sometime during that second game we'll be playing under lights. Here's the 3-2 pitch on the inside corner and taken for strike 3, and Keenels will be the first out here in this ball game for a strikeout for Chevalier. And it will bring up Jaden Wiebe. Jaden Wiebe, the third baseman here for this ball game. We saw him play second base. We've seen him play a little bit of shortstop as well when Matt Hansen was either on the mound or not in the ball game. But Hansen is one of the few guys that has played just about every game. First pitch is chopped right off the plate, and it's going to be 0-1 to Wiebe. Jaden Wiebe comes in with a .276 batting average, 15 runs driven, and he's second on the team with 15 RBIs. 0-1 pitch, that one will bounce. And it's now 1-1. It is an all-turf infield, and about 3 to 4 steps past what would be the infield dirt goes into the outfield grass. There's a little bit of extra turf right there, and then changes to that natural grass in the outfield. 1-1 is fouled back, and it's now 1-2. You know, we played on the all-turf field last weekend. Played on the all-turf field at 22. This is another really good field with an all-turf infield. I mean, Harrisburg's got the turf where the base pass would be, the infield dirt would be at. Here's 1-2 pitch. That one's fouled back again. Good battle here brewing between Wiebe and Chevalier. 5 doubles so far on the season for Jaden Wiebe. That is tops on the team, tied with McGuire Rasky. That is the man on deck. Rasky's second in the team in batting average. We'll talk more about that when he comes to the plate. Here's the 1-2 from Chevalier to Jaden Wiebe. Ground ball, short, soft ground ball to the second baseman, and is unable to be fielded cleanly by Matt Brown. And the first base runner here for Post State. And we'll see if they score that base hit or not. Been a tough play for Brown. But it will bring up McGuire Rasky, and they will charge an error to Brown. And the first base runner is on via air. And here is McGuire Rasky, a .411 batting average. 14 runs driven in. Also tied with the 5 doubles to lead the team. First pitch is on the outside edge up high, and it's 0-1. And we're keeping with Coach Nathan Nas over at third base, Coach Brian White at first. Coach Nas probably liking that short little walk from third base dugout over to the third base coaching box. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a ground ball to the right side again. Brown will field this one. Wiebe will slide in a second. The only play is to first, and there are now 2 away. And it will bring up Andy Gordon here with 2 outs and 1 on. And here is Andy Gordon, the RBI machine. 21 runs driven in so far for the first baseman here in game number 1. 38 hits leads the team. .418 batting average also leading the team. You go around the defensive positioning. Kelling's out in left, Spicer in center, and Shelsky in right. Hokenstad at third, Kolbeck at short, Brown at second, Hayes at first, as there's another ground ball for Matt Brown, a third opportunity. He makes 2 of those 3 plays, and he's able to get out of that first inning after giving up that 1-out error. So that will retire the side here in the top of the first with no runs, no hits, no 1 error, and 1 man left on base. We have the bottom of the first. No score between Pierre and Brandon Valley as the Lynx are coming to the plate. You're listening to Post-State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Verdig Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Verdig Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Verdig Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Verdig Electric, 224-8684.
Are you driving a 2014 or newer vehicle? Are there less than 100,000 miles on it? Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is prepared to give you top dollar. Again, if your ride is 2014 or newer with less than 100,000 miles, Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota will give you top dollar for it right now. Trade it in or sell it to us. Doesn't matter. Your vehicle has never been worth more than it is right now. Stop in at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit gatewayflt.com.
As we welcome you back here to the bottom of the first inning, Post-State, as Ben and Dean will take the mound, and he is the starting pitcher here in game number 1. Matt Brown will lead things off. He's the second baseman. Michael Chevalier, the pitcher, batting second. Joe Kolbeck, the shortstop, will bat third. Jackson Hayes, the first baseman, will bat fourth. Nick Hokenstad, the third baseman, batting fifth. Tyler Shelsky, the right fielder, will bat sixth. It is Logan Kelling, the left fielder, batting seventh. Dawson Skorcheski, the catcher, batting eighth. And Aiden Spicer, the right fielder, will bat, the center fielder, will bat ninth. As Matt Brown will step to the plate. As Bennett Dean will make the start here for Post-State. First pitch on its way. Over for strike one. Bennett Dean was, I believe, scheduled to start on Sunday if Post-State had won that second game against Mandan, but did fall, so they were unable to make that championship game. As that one's popped up on the left side, over in the left fielder, Jack Merkwan will make the catch. And the leadoff man is retired here to open up the bottom of the first inning on just 2 pitches from Bennett Dean. As we go around the horn defensively for Post-State, it is Jack Merkwan out in left that just made that play. Elliot Life in center. McGuire Rasky is in right. It is Jaden Wiebe, the third baseman. Lincoln Aquino's the shortstop. Matt Hansen, the second baseman. Andy Gordon at first, and Kate Hinkle behind the plate. With Bennett Dean on the mound, Michael Chevalier, his counterpart, will step to the plate. First pitch to Chevalier. He swings at that first pitch and fouls that one back and out of play. These two teams, last time they met, well, one was the state tournament. Legion Ball was the state tournament last summer, as Brandon Valley ended the season for Post-State. The 0-1 is just a bit outside, and it's now 1-1. But before or after that, they did meet in the spring season. Only time they met in the spring season, Brandon Valley also eliminated them at the end of their season. There's a ground ball right back up the middle. That's through for a base hit into center field. And Chevalier's got the first hit of the ball game for Brandon Valley. And there's 1 on, 1 out here for the number 3 hitter, Joe Kolbeck. Kolbeck, last time that he hit against Post-State in the summer, hit a big bomb. That was a sealer. As he ended up hitting that big home run for Brandon Valley to beat them in a 3-1 score to finish out their season. But then it was 22 that ended up winning the state tournament the next day. Brandon Valley had, well, actually the same day, because Brandon Valley ended up actually that game against Post-State and Brandon Valley, because of rain delays, ended up getting finished at after midnight on that Saturday night. So into Sunday morning, they had to play Post 22 again, as that one's fouled back, and it's quickly 0-2 here to Kolbeck. The 22 Hard Hats end up winning the state championship at 320 because their field was being renovated, and it turned out to be a pretty good renovation. That looks pretty good. When we were out in Rapid City a couple weeks ago, 0-2 pitch is well outside, trying to get Kolbeck to bite. And it's now 1-2. Here to the number 3 hitter, Joe Colbeck. Been a thorn in the side for Pierre. 1-2 pitch is upstairs. Runner takes off. The throw to second. The tag applied, and he is safe at second. Matt Hansen dropped down the tag, but it was not in time. And a steal will be credited to Chevalier. And the count's now 2-2. Boy, that was real close. And I think Chevalier beat him there, but I don't know if his foot got down on top of the bag in time. His foot was up in the air, and it might have not been on the bag, as it's now 3-2. So Colbeck has gone from 0-2 now to a full count with Bennett Dean. Runner on second with one down here in the bottom of the first. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Popped up, left side, giving it a look, Cade Hinkle, and it will get out of play. And we will do it again here at 3-2. Boy, that was a major league pop-up. Sitting here at the grandstand, ball gets up high enough in the air. Won't be able to see it. And Colbeck popped that up a mile high and out of play. Here's a 3-2 pitch again, and Colbeck will spoil that one away. Boy, is he such a good hitter. It's only the first at bat, and he spoiled that 3-2 pitch. That might have been ball 4. Could have easily been strike 3. So here from the stretch again, 3-2 pitch. Upstairs, and Colbeck will draw the walk. And it's now first and second here with one down, and it'll bring up Jackson Hayes. That might not be the best, or it might not be the worst thing that happens with that plate appearance for Colbeck, because now you get a ground ball right here. As the cleanup hitter, Jackson Hayes, has come to the plate, but you get a ground ball that can get you out of this inning now, and you had that free base with Chevalier taking second. Colbeck on at first. A ground ball somewhere on the infield could get you out of this one. Here's the first pitch to Hayes, and that one misses upstairs. Will be taken for ball 1. As Bennett Dean will get the start. This is going to be his 5th appearance. It is his 5th appearance. There's your ground ball. Keenels to second for 1. To first is not going to be in time. Good turn there from Keenels to Hansen, but Hayes got down the line quick enough to beat it out, but there are now 2 away. And it'll bring up first and third for Nick Hockenstead. And it's still a ground ball up the middle. Can go the easy way to try and get out of this one. Dean comes in with a 5.33 ERA, 1.52 whip. 2-1 so far in the season in his 3 starts. This is his 4th start of the season, 5th appearance overall. Made just 1 relief appearance so far in the season. First pitch is over for strike 1 to Hockenstead. 2 down. Runners at the corners. Brandon Valley threatening here in the bottom of the first inning, trying to take an early lead. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That was upstairs, and it's now 1-1. First of 2. These are 2 big games. We're going to talk about that for the majority of the night, but these are 2 real big games here, because Post State and Brandon Valley, Post State, they don't want to give up any seed points. And Brandon Valley maybe doesn't matter so much, but still maybe you don't want to lose to a team that is, from the outside looking in, going to be a team that's going to be in the state tournament. If you're Brandon Valley, you're thinking that there's no way Post State doesn't make it. Obviously, if you're Post State, you're going to be fighting for tooth and nail to make sure you make the state tournament. But you already know that Brandon Valley is going to be here. It's the host team. 1-2 pitch, a swing and a miss from Hockenstead, and Dean will strike out the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, just 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on base. Scoreless through 1 inning between Pierre and Brandon Valley. Listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KC Sports.
Overhead Door Company of Pierre is a locally owned business specializing in the sale, service, and installation of residential and commercial garage doors. They provide quality, dependable products with constant service and the peace of mind you need. Overhead Door is one of the most recognized and most respected brand in the garage door industry. For installation and repairs, call Overhead Door Company today at 224-6200. That's 224-6200.
Wondering what to do with the pitted and rutted drive? B&B Equipment will get you covered. Wanting to put something down the ground? B&B Equipment will put a hole in your project. Need to even up that property? B&B Equipment can fill that need. B&B Equipment can deliver all your gravel and material needs. B&B Equipment is here for all your excavation needs. Contact B&B Equipment, 224-6727. A contractor here for you. That's B&B Equipment, 224-6727. As we welcome you back here to Brandon Valley as Post State's and the Lynx tied 0-0 heading into the top of the second. Cade Hinkle, Isaac Pollock, and Jack Merkwad be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters here for Post State, as it is scoreless through this inning and a half, or this first inning, as we head to the top of the second. Cade Hinkle stepped to the plate. He is batting .253 so far in the season, 4 doubles. Also has hit one of those 3 home runs for Post State. Hit that over the weekend in the Minot tournament. Here's the first pitch from Michael Chevalier to the catcher, Cade Hinkle. That is over for strike 1. So I got some information during the commercial that Chevalier is, after being out for 3 months, missed his college season his freshman year as a super senior here for Brandon Valley, as the 0-1 is outside and it's now 1-1. Dealing with mono, had his tonsils taken out. I mean, he had did not have a good first year at college, it sounds like, but he is back and glad to see him back. Even though he played for the bad guys, it's good to see that he is able to pitch, able to throw, and maybe doesn't give him a whole lot of rest, maybe just enough for Post State to get a win, but love to see him being able to throw again. 2-1 pitches. Miss Lone is now 3-1. Love those stories. Love those success stories. That's hard to do. Mono is not easy to come back from, trying to build yourself back up, especially as a pitcher, and especially on a good of a team that Brandon Valley is. You got to be able to throw well, and to come back from having the tonsils removed along with all that, man, that's a rough way to spend your freshman year of college. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Cade Hinkle. There's a ground ball up the middle. That is going to be a diving stop by Brown. He'll turn the throw, not in time. What a play from Matt Brown, but he couldn't get the throw in time. Cade Hinkle got down the line, and a leadoff single for Cade Hinkle. And that's the first of the ball game now here for Cade Hinkle, for Post State. As here's Isaac Pollock, the DH, will step to the plate. Pollock might be on his way to having himself be an all-state pitcher. 30 2/3 innings pitch, 5-0 record in all 5 of his starts, 1.14 ERA, a .94 whip. You can't tell me that he hasn't been one of the hottest pitchers, one of the best pitchers in all of South Dakota this summer. As he fouls the first pitch away, and is 0-1. Pollock as a hitter coming in, batting .353, so still not too bad on that end either. 6 RBIs so far for Pollock. 12 for 34 as a hitter. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Chevalier to Pollock. Swing and a miss, and it's now 0-2. Third baseman Hockenstead is playing well inside what would be the infield grass. Now he's going to back out because it's 0-2. But he was playing for the bunt over there on the left side of the infield. But with the count 0-2, the chances of Pollock, even though he swung at the first 2 pitches, even goes down even farther. As the 0-2 is popped up on the right side, it'll be going towards the line into foul territory, and the catch will be made by the right fielder, Shelsky, on the run, and there's the first out. As that will bring up Jack Merkwad, the left fielder. Merkwad has been hitting the ball well as of late also. A lot of these 8s have been hitting the ball really well. But Merkwad now batting .299. It wasn't that long ago that Merkwad was hitting under 150. And now all of a sudden he's a point away from going up to 300 as a batting average. That's impressive and a hot stretch that Merkwad has been on. The first pitch is a swing and a foul back, and it's 0-1. I really like the swing of Jack Merkwad too. He very compact swing, swings hard, and he has quickly got that confidence going here. And it's especially early on in the season, if you don't jump out to a good start, sometimes that lingers a little bit longer than a mid-season slump. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Chevalier to Merquan. That one will miss low, and it's now 1-1. Merquan over the League of South Dakota games, hitting .214 so far. Here's the next pitch to Merquan. He'll get it off the end of the bat, chop it foul. That is now 1-2. He's trying to hold up, but bat got into the zone, ended up going off the barrel of the bat, so it's now 1-2. In west-northwest wind, so that wind is, as you look at the flag, well, it's kind of blowing in here. Kind of blowing in, so with 375 straightaway center field, it still is a pretty short park, and especially if we get a wind going out, which, of course, as I mentioned, it's not really going out right now. If you get a wind that blows out, a fly ball can get out of here in a hurry. 315 down the lines, 375 in dead center. A couple of, go to Minot last weekend. That was a 410 center field fence. That's a good distance, good 35 extra feet that you hit it out in the deep center. Count is now 2-2 as that one missed low. Good block up by Skorcheski, the catcher. He was the one man we missed when we went around the horn defensively for Brandon Valley. Dawson Skorcheski behind the plate. He'll be hitting third in the bottom of the second. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Comes inside. Merquan can't pull the trigger, and it's called strike 3. And there's now 2 down, and that's the second strikeout of the ball game here for Chevalier. And he'll bring up Elliott Life, the center fielder. Both strikeouts have gone down looking so far for Chevalier. Here's Elliott Life, the center fielder. Another guy that's been swinging the bat well. We can probably go up and down the line and really can't pick out a guy that isn't swinging the bat well for Post State. First pitch is popped foul. He'll get out of play and get behind us here in First National Bank Field here in Brandon. First of 2 between these two teams. Only time these teams will meet this year, other than the potential of a state tournament meetup. 0-1 pitch. That's outside. It's now 1-1. Something about these matchups. Love the matchups between Pierre and Brandon Valley. I think, just because of Brandon Valley's always got a rich program, a good program. Post State the same way. 1-1 pitch is lined right back up the middle. That will be get through for a base hit. And a 2-out single for Elliott Life keeps the ball, he keeps the inning alive. And we'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Matt Hansen. First and second here with 2 down. Matt Hansen to the plate. Hansen, 333 so far on the season. 25 hits, which is second on the team behind Andy Gordon. Gordon's got 38 hits. Hansen with 25. Second on the team. But Hansen has played 27 games so far. Only Cade Hinkle has played in all 28. Hansen's played in all but 1. And he'll pop the first pitch up on the left side. The third baseman will give way for Colbeck, the shortstop, to make the catch, and that will retire the side here in the top of the second. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 men left on base. We have the bottom of the second. No score between Post State and Brandon Valley. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Innovation. It's right here. Avera St. Mary's Hospital keeps care local for you and your family, offering comprehensive care that has earned 4 out of 5 stars by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services in hospital performance and safety. Avera St. Mary's world-class care is further supported by advanced technology, 2-way video e-consults, 3D mammography, and a state-of-the-art birthing center, so you and your family don't have to go anywhere else, because innovation lives right here in Pierre. Learn more at avera.org/news.
Your home and business are important to you, and you need quality furnace and air conditioning products and service. With a combined 50-plus years of experience, AIRTECH Heating and Cooling provides you with just that service. Call 945-0160 for sales, service, and installation of furnaces, air conditioning, and heat pumps. AIRTECH Heating and Cooling features the American Standard products. Sales, installation, and service. You want the best, and that's what you'll find at AIRTECH Heating and Cooling in Pierre.
As we welcome you back here to Brandon, as we are heading to the bottom of the second, John Winkler here on this beautiful Tuesday evening from Brandon. Benedine through a scoreless top of their bottom of the first inning, striking out to Nick Hockenstead to finish out the first inning, and now he'll deal with Tyler Shelsky, Logan Kelling, and Dawson Skorcheski. 6, 7, and 8 for the Lynx here in the bottom of the second inning. Post State will be off until Friday when they take on Mitchell for a doubleheader on the road. 5 and 7:30 for that contest. We'll have both games for you here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Shelsky, the right fielder, will step to the plate. And then on Monday, right now, it sounds like it'll be a single game between Pierre and Harrisburg. As Shelsky will swing at the first pitch, flying out towards right center field. Elliott Life is moving over. He will make the catch on the run in the gap. And one pitch and one out here to open up the bottom of the second, as it'll bring up Logan Kelling, the left fielder. Elliott Life just moves so smooth across the outfield. Really taking hold of that center field position, and Greg mentioned it too, that he likes that term gliding, and there's really no other way to put it. I mean, he just seems like he almost floats over there. He'll make a running grab. First pitch is missed for ball one to Logan Kelly, the left fielder. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Miss low, and is now 2-0. Again, Brandon Valley beat the Pierre Governors in the high school baseball season in Pierre to finish their year. That was in the region championship game, as it counts now 3-0. Then you go back to last summer where Brandon Valley beat the Post State team to go to the state championship. 3-0s over for a strike, and it's now 3-1. And Coach Nas said it, if you heard it this morning on KCCR, the morning sports, or even the afternoon sports, revenge is on the mind. You got to think that revenge is on the mind a little bit. Obviously it's a regular season game, so no season's coming to an end, but I think maybe that Post State wants something out of these guys. 3-2 pitch is upstairs, and it'll be a one-out walk. Second walk issued by Benedine. And I'll bring up Dawson Skorcheski. Skorcheski, heard that name for the last couple of years, not just from Dawson Skorcheski, but Skorcheski name. Good baseball players coming from that family. As there's 1 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Here's the first pitch to Skorcheski. He'll line that one over the head of the third baseman Wiebe into left field for a base hit. Second hit of the ball game here for Brandon Valley, and it's going to be first and second with one down. And it'll bring up Aiden Spicer, the center fielder. Ground ball still gets you out of this inning. With the center fielder up to the plate, number 9 hitter, you got to think that Spicer's got a lot of speed to him before they roll it back over to Matt Brown. 1 out walk and a base hit. Got into first and second here in a scoreless game, the bottom of the second for Brandon Valley. First pitch to Spicer. That one on the outside edge. Good spot there from Dean, and it's taken for a strike. And it's 0-1. You live down there, live on the inside corner, somewhere down low. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Dean to Spicer. That one bounced in, taken off for third. The throw to third. That goes off the glove of Wiebe. So it's now second and third here with one down. And the count is 1-1. I think they kind of took Hinkle by surprise that the runner at second, Kelling, took off for third. Didn't feel like it got too far away from him, but there goes the double play threat. 1-1 pitch. There's a ground ball to Hanson. They were not playing in, was the infield. So it'll be a RBI ground out. We'll have the first run of the game come across. And Brandon Valley will take the first lead of the ball game, 1-0. The runner on third base and 2 down. And Matt Brown will come back to the plate. So you got to think that Coach White and Coach Nas are expecting this not to be a 1-0 ball game. And you're going to have to score quite a few runs to try and beat this Brandon Valley team anyway. And they kept the infield back. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Matt Brown, he is 0 for 1. He flew out to the left fielder. Merck wanted to lead off the bottom of the first inning. That one will bounce in, and it's now 2-0 here to Brown. A big spot here. You don't want to let that second run come to play. There are 2 down. But being able to get Brown out, start with 2, 3, and 4 with a clean inning. The big at-bat. Here's the 0-2-0 pitch. That one is out towards right field. McGuire Rasky is patrolling right field. He'll make the catch, and they do get out of it with allowing just 1 run. 1 run scores on 1 hit in the inning, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the top of the third. Brandon Valley has taken their first lead of the ball game. The 1-0 score over Pierre. You listen to Post-State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call TODD'S Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, TODD'S Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call TODD'S Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. TODD'S Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
As we welcome you back here to Brandon, 1-0 lead for Brandon Valley over into the top of the third inning. As they'll be the top of the order, Lincoln Keenels, Jaden Wiebe, and McGuire Rasky. 2 hits so far for the Eights, both came in that top of the second. They're both left stranded. 2 hits and an error of the only thing that Chevalier is allowed on base. No walks so far from the starter. We'll go the second time through the order and see what Post-State can cook up the second time through this order. Keenel struck out looking in his first at-bat as he will step to the plate. Keenel's wearing number 21 today instead of the normal number 7. Brady Getz usually wears number 21, but he is not unavailable. Some back issues still for Getz. That's kept him out of the lineup as Keenel's will sky the first pitch out to left field, but it will hang up and it will be caught by Kelly, the left fielder. And 1 pitch and 1 out here to open up the top of the third inning. Let's see, we go get that changed on the YouTube scoreboard that we are on the top of the third inning. It's going to be Jaden Wiebe. He reached on air back at the top of the first inning. He's 0 for 1. Here's the first pitch from Chevalier to Wiebe. Misses low, 4-1. The Eights who have really been playing well as of late, but have fared better against South Dakota opponents than they have against out-of-state opponents. 1-0 pitch is Miss Sloan is now 2-0. They're 2 games under 500 against non-South Dakota teams after starting out 2-0 against a team from Minnesota and a team from Nebraska, as it counts now 3-0. They lost the next 3 to finish out the Dakota Classic and also to Excelsior, Minnesota. Here's the 3-0 pitch. That one is right down the middle. It's now 3-1. Still good hitters count here for Wiebe. And then after beating the first 2 opponents, Minot and Watertown, Minnesota, they lost to Mandan twice. 3-1 pitches missed low, so it'll be a 1-out walk. First walk issued by Chevalier in this ball game, and it'll bring up McGuire Rasky. It was 3 straight ground balls in the top of the first inning to the second baseman, Matt Brown. He didn't make the first play cleanly, but he made the next 2 to retire the side in the top of the first. He can find someone else to hit it to here in the next couple hitters. There's a ground ball to the right side. It'll be fielded by Brown. Missed played again. The throw to first is not in time, so it'll be the second error now of the ball game from the second baseman, Brown. And it's first and second with 1 down. So it'll bring up now Andy Gordon with a runner in scoring position here. And 1 down. So Brown's been kind of peppered over there at second base. He's made 2 of those 4 plays so far. Here's the first pitch to Gordon. Instead, check. Wiebe will slide, and his slide didn't make it back to second base. He almost crawled back to second, but nobody was there to cover second. Chevalier stepped back off again. I can't tell if he's kind of laughing at how Wiebe slid back into second. But he stands at second base. McGuire Askey at first. Here's the first pitch from Chevalier to the number 4 hitter Gordon. That one will miss low, and it's 1-0. Chance to add to that team lead in RBI total of 21. 38 hits so far for Gordon. 13 more than anybody else on the team. A .418 batting average for Andy Gordon. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Gordon will pop it up. Out of play behind home plate. And it is now 1-1 count. Skorcheski gave it a small look. Nothing more than that. And the sun will start to set a little bit out in right field around the right field corner. It'll be one of the rare parks that you'll see the sunset behind the hitters, or where the hitters could see it. But when the clouds kind of going their way through, it's kind of kept potentially to keep away most of that sun as it starts to set. Here's a 1-1 pitch. After a long pause, Gordon will float out towards right center field. See if Wiebe will tag up. The catch will be made by the right fielder. No tag. Shelsky threw it in. Good throw from Shelsky coming in. So it'll be first and second now with 2 away. And it will bring up Cade Hinkle, who is 1 for 1. We're going to drive in Post 8's first run of the game. Here in this 1-0 lead for Brandon Valley. First and second here with 2 away. Chevalier will work from the stretch. Here's the first pitch to the Pierre catcher. On the outside edge and over for strike 1. Hinkle got a base hit to open up the top of the second inning. Was left stranded at second base. Nobody for Post 8 yet has reached third. But a base hit and the speed of Wiebe could tie this ball game up. There's a ground ball over the second baseman Brown. He'll flip to the second for the short one to retire the side here in the top of the third inning. So no runs score again for Post 8. No hits, 1 error, and 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the third. It's a 1-0 lead for Brandon Valley over Pierre. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
When something just isn't right, it's natural to talk about it. If you had a toothache, you'd tell someone. If you found out you had diabetes, you'd learn to take care of it. But when you're feeling stressed, sad, or worried, you're less likely to tell someone. Why do we treat physical and mental health so differently? There is no difference. We all need someone to talk to, and there's nothing shameful about wanting to be healthy for you. When you just need someone to talk to, contact Rising Hope Counseling at 494-1500 or risinghope605.com. Rising Hope Counseling, offering hope, healing, and change. Rising Hope Counseling, because if you have hope, you have everything.
Hey, it's Julia from Milwaukee Federal Credit Union, letting you know that our recreational special is back again, with terms up to 10 years, no payments for 90 days, and rates as low as 2.4% APR. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let Jameson or I get you started.
People helping people. Hawaii Federal Credit Union.
As we welcome you back here to Brandon, as it is a 1-0 lead for Brandon Valley over Pierre. John Winkler here on this Tuesday evening. For Brandon Valley, it will be 2-3-4. Took that 1-0 lead on the RBI ground out from Aiden Spicer in the bottom of the second. It'll be Michael Chevalier, Joe Colbeck, and Jackson Hayes, the first 3 hitters here, as Post State trails 1-0. Here in the bottom of the third. Chevalier led off with, or excuse me, he didn't lead off, but he got the first hit of the ball game for Brandon Valley. Stole second and being stranded at third base. Dean has worked out some trouble in both of the first 2 innings and limited to only just 1 run so far here for Brandon Valley. So Chevalier will dig in here to lead off the bottom of the third. First pitch to Chevalier. There's a ground ball over the left side to be fielded by Keenels. Will throw to first is going to be in time. And the leadoff man retired in the first pitch. And we'll bring up Joe Colbeck. Good play there from Keenels. And again with the turf, all turf infield, that ball scoots on you a little bit quicker. Keenels didn't have to charge it. Played it perfectly. And retired the leadoff man. As it will now bring up Joe Colbeck here with nobody out and 1 on. Excuse me, 1 out and nobody on. First pitch is upstairs to Colbeck for ball 1. Colbeck going to Iowa Western. Be a Reaver next year. As the 1-0 pitch is swinging and a miss, is now 1-1. I think they're going to see a heavy dose of all-speed pitches here from Bennett Dean to Colbeck. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Another all-speed pitch that misses just a bit outside. Colbeck, I think, was wanting to pull the trigger, but did not, and it's now 2-1. Here's a 2-1 pitch. That one's popped up on the infield, in foul territory. Jaden Wiebe is over there. He will make the catch, and there's now 2 down. Big second out there for Post State. And it will bring up Jackson Hayes, who is 0 for 1. He grounded into a fielder's choice in his first at-bat. We followed by Nick Hockenstead if anybody is able to reach base. Here's the first pitch. That one's over for strike 1. Hayes, the cleanup hitter in the order for Brandon Valley here in game number 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Curveball again, that's just a bit outside, and it's now 1-1. Sun peeking out. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Going the other way, Andy Gordon couldn't get to it. And it'll get into right field for a 2-out single. And the inning will extend now to Hockenstead. Struck out swinging in his first at-bat. Excuse me, Hockenstead. He is 0 for 1. Struck out swinging in his first at-bat. Third hit of the ball game now for Brandon Valley. Here's the first pitch to the third baseman. Fouled back, straight back, and out of play. It is 0-1. Sioux Falls West, Yankton just getting underway. We'll try and keep you updated throughout. One of 5 separate matchups. Runner takes off for second, a check swing. It is a strike, and it was in the dirt, or in the turf. And taking second base is Hayes on the steal. So now there's an 0-2 count, but there is a runner on second in scoring position here with 2 away. First 2 are retired, but now a RBI opportunity for Hockenstad. 0-2 pitch was popped up, fouled out of play behind home plate again, and we'll do it again here at 0-2. For Post State at the top of the 4th, they will have 6, 7, and 8, Pollock, Merquan, and Life. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Just a bit outside. It's now 1-2. Coach Brian White took a step out of the dugout thinking it was inning over. But Dean will have to throw at least another pitch. Here's a 1-2. Here's a ground ball over for Wiebe. Skips off of his glove for Keenels. Throws it offline. And then rounding first, and they can maybe tag him out at first base, but I don't think Gordon saw that he had technically rounded the bag. He would have been tagged out, but nearly made the play was Keenels. And they're going to call it a single. An infield single, be the 4th hit. It'll be Tyler Shelsky. But a heads-up play there from Keenels. It was offline, but nearly a really good play. There's a ground ball now for Keenels. He'll field. The throw to first is a low one, not dug out by Gordon. And the bases are now going to be loaded here for Brandon Valley. And that'll be an air charge to Keenels to bring up Logan Kelly. He walked in his first trip, first air of the ball game for the Eights. Already the third air between these two teams as we play in the bottom of the third inning. But the bases are loaded for Kelling. The first pitch is outside for ball one. He walked. He has scored the game's only run. It came on the RBI ground out from Aiden Spicer back in the last inning. Big at-bat here for both Brandon Valley and Post State as the 1-0 pitch, they swing and a miss, is now 1-1. First two men were retired on a ground out and a pop out. A base hit, two base hits, and there has kept this inning going. 1-1 pitch. That one's fouled out of play and is now 1-2. As that'll get in the field across from us. A little league game about to take place over in the field right next to ours here at First National Bank Field. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Instead, Dean will step off and redo here a 1-2 count. Two down here in the bottom of the third. 1-2 pitch. Left upstairs. And the count is now 2-2. Bases are loaded. Jackson Hayes at third. Hockenstad at second. Shelsky at first. 2-2 is upstairs. It is now 3-2. And all three runners will get a head start with a 3-2 count and two down here in the bottom of the third inning. Dean's got to fire a strike or at least make Kelling swing at a pitch that is out of the strike zone. Here's the 3-2 pitch. There's a ground ball over for the second baseman, Hanson. He'll field, he'll throw to first, and Post State will tiptoe out of danger. Here in the bottom of the third inning, no run score, 2 hits, 1 error, 3 men left on base. We head to the top of the fourth. The Eights trailing Brandon Valley 1-0. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Pierre Sports Center is your local Ranger Boat and Mercury Outboard dealer. They're a must-see for your Ranger boat needs. See their selection of Mercury outboard motors for more power. Pierre Sports Center can help you with financing and other boating needs. Need service for your boat or trailer to keep you going? Pierre Sports Center is your one-stop shop. Pierre Sports Center, Ranger Boats, and Mercury Outboard, a combination that can't be beat. Pierre Sports Center, 1440 North Garfield Avenue in Pierre, or give them a call, 224-5546. When you want the best prices and best selection, go to Wagner Auto in Pierre. The certified sales staff at Wagner Auto will provide you service after the sale and how to get easy financing. Check out their website, WagnerAuto.com, or stop in. They have the best prices and won't be undersold. Wagner Auto has the region's largest selection with over 280 new and quality pre-owned vehicles. GM certified pre-owned vehicles give you peace of mind with their 12-month or 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty and 5-year or 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Log on to WagnerAuto.com or stop by Wagner Auto in Pierre, South Dakota's oldest auto dealer since 1907.
Back here at Brandon, top of the fourth inning, 1-0 lead for Brandon Valley. John Wickler here on this beautiful Tuesday evening, as it will be Isaac Pollock, Jack Marquand, and Elliott Life, 6, 7, and 8 here for Post State. In the top of the fourth inning, Michael Chevalier, 3 shutout innings so far. Last time he threw was against 22. Got a 2 through 2 scoreless innings. Missed 3 months with mono. New with tonsils being taken out. He battled through this spring season where he didn't even get to play baseball over the spring. And now here he is throwing for Brandon Valley as a super senior. First pitch will miss low for ball 1. After last season, there was Brandon Valley got second in state. And you're going, man, they're going to return a lot of guys that have graduated from high school. There's going to be a lot of guys that return to super seniors. This team's going to be good in the spring. That one's popped up on the right side. First baseman Hayes right at the foul line will make the catch. And leadoff man is retired. And Isaac Pollock to lead off the top of the fourth inning. He'll bring up Elliott Light. Well, now they sit in second place, and maybe they were slow to get started, and use that in air quotes, slow to get started. But this is a really good team, number 2 in the Class A standings. These are 2 big games here for Post State, trying to knock off one of the best teams in the state. First pitch is over for strike 1 to Jack Marquand. You have to think the same thing here for Brandon Valley. I mean, Post State has won 11 of their last 12 games against South Dakota opponents. The only loss has come to 22 at 22's place, as the count is now 1-1 as that came inside on Marquand. He's 0 for 1, struck out looking at his first at bat. So Post State has been playing just about as good as anybody in the state especially against those opponents. Merquan is hit by a pitch right in the back. Does not feel good for Merquan as he will take his base. And we'll have a runner here with one down the top of the fourth. Boy, that got him square, and that one did not feel good for Merquan. He will get himself, he tells the umpire he's good, and he'll shake it off and be ready to go, as it will be Elliott Life now to come to the plate. He's 1 for 1 with a single. But the Eights are at number 4 right now. Number 3, if you look at the standings, top 14 teams make it, because Brandon Valley is one of those teams that is in. So the first pitch will miss, and I say top 14, top 15. As long as Brandon Valley is in one of the top 15 teams, the top 15 will make the playoffs in the region round, and we'll have 7 regions. There's a ground ball right side. That's through for a base hit. Elliott Life is now 2 for 2, right through the hole on the right side of the infield. And Life has made it first and second here with one down, and this will bring up Matt Hansen. We mentioned Matt Hansen. He's got 25 hits, second on the team. He, along with Andy Gordon, have played 20 and played in 27 games out of the 28 that have been played so far for Post State, 17-11 on the year. Hansen has been in the game in 27 of 28 of those matchups. That tells you the versatility that he has, too, because he hasn't played the same position throughout the entire season. He's played some short when Keenels has been on the mound, or if Keenels has not been there, he's played some third base, he's played some second base. He's moved all around, and the versatility that he has and the glove that he has been a big reason, and also he's hitting .333, which is a good help, too, to also keep you in the lineup. Here's a 1-0 pitch. That one will miss low, and it's now 2-0. And he's gone everywhere in the lineup. We've seen him at number 9, as we are right now. We've seen him up in around the 5 and 6 spot. Seen him up closer to the top of the order. A guy that you really can just put anywhere, and he'll go to work for you. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Matt Hansen. A long look, couple of looks over at second from Chevalier. 2-0 is at the knees, and it's now 2-1. Hansen will be the lone senior for Brianna Kusler and the Pierre Governor boys basketball team next year. Jack Merquan at second. He'll be a big part of that basketball team next season. Lincoln Keenels, who is on deck, another big part of that basketball team next year. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Instead, stepping off is Chevalier. Excited for what the winner will bring for Pierre Governor basketball. Kersey will get her first chance as head coach with this Pierre team. 2-1 pitch. That one's chopped foul over towards the third base on deck circle. And the count is now 2-2 here to Hansen. You got three of these guys in the lineup, Merquan, Hansen, and Keenels, that will be playing big roles for the basketball team this coming winter for the Pierre Governors. 2-2 pitch from Chevalier to Hansen. Hansen will get a piece of it. Goes over the right side. It will drop. It will throw to second. Will get into left field. Merquan's going to come in to score. And it's first and second here with one down. Hansen, I don't know what might have, how it was hit. I think Hansen kind of turned himself around. Maybe he hit the back end on his backswing, hit the helmet of the catcher Skorcheski. But Hansen reaches base. It's going to be a base hit and then an air charged to the first baseman, Hayes. That allowed Merquan to score. So it's still first and second. The fourth of the ball game here for Post State, their first run. And here's Lincoln Keenels that will line that one to center field. It will one hop in front of the center fielder Spicer, and the bases will now be loaded. He was playing well in at center field with Spicer, but he couldn't make the catch. It was too much of a sinking line drive from Keenels, and the bases are now loaded. Here with one down in the top of the fourth inning, and Post State now has a chance to take the lead. They've tied it 1-1. Boy, that Hansen hit just on maybe the backswing got Skorcheski in the mask and kind of caused a little bit of confusion. went just barely right over the top of the head of the first baseman, Hayes. Life at first base, I don't think he realized where the ball was even at, and then as it landed, he was taking off for second. Throw to the second baseman. I don't know if it would have even been in time. He's barehanded off the bounce. Threw it to Colbeck at short and threw it wide, which went into left field. And then Merkwan came in to score to tie the game at 1-1. And then Keenol's on the first pitch got a base hit to put the bases loaded here for Jaden Wiebe. Go to second place by himself with a RBI. That first pitch is fouled out of play by Wiebe. Maybe 0 for 1 so far. He's been on base twice. Rashawn Aaron also walked. Big spot here to give Post State a lead and get his first base hit of this doubleheader. That one's popped foul and out of play on the right side, so it's now 0-2. Here to the Post State third baseman. He is available to pitch today. Jack Van Camp will most likely get the starting game number 2. We'll see who then will throw on Friday. Maybe Isaac Pollock will get a start on Friday. 0-2 pitch. There's a ground ball. It's a double play ball. Colbeck to second for 1. Back to first. It's in the dirt and is dug out, and it will end the inning. An inning-ending double play with the bases loaded. And it will send us to the bottom of the 4th inning with a tie ball game. 1 run scores. 2 hits, 3 hits in the inning. 1 error. And 1 man left on base. 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Post State and Brandon Valley tied at 1. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Evermore Boutique, where fashion doesn't have to break the bank. See them for men's, women's, and children's clothing, shoes, accessories, and so much more. Open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday from noon to 7, Saturdays from 11 to 6, and Sundays from noon to 5. Visit Evermore Boutique, located at 104 South Pierre Street in Pierre, or give them a call today, 605-494-0194. That's Evermore Boutique in Pierre.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
It is the bottom of the 4th inning. It is a 1-1 score between Pierre and Brandon Valley. John Winkler here on this Tuesday evening as you're listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station. It will be 8-9-1. Dawson Skorcheski, Aiden Spicer, and Matt Brown to lead things off for Brandon Valley as we play here in the bottom of the 4th. 1 run on 5 hits, 1 error for Post State. 1 run at 4 hits, 3 errors so far for Brandon Valley. That error is a big costly one. One of the 3 errors was a big costly one for Brandon Valley. First pitch is outside for ball 1 to Dawson Skorcheski, who got a base hit in the 2nd inning. That kind of kept that inning going. Actually, it did keep the inning going as it's now 2-0. As it was a single for Skorcheski and then a RBI ground out. The count's now 3-0. Got a horn going off, and nobody knows who it is. 3-0 pitch is over for a strike. It's now 3-1. Beauty of a big baseball park. Here's a 3-1 pitch. That one is above the letters, and it's a leadoff walk. Issue to Skorcheski. And it will bring up Eden Spicer, the center fielder. Oh no, he called it a strike, so Skorcheski back in the plate. Was not did not see that Skorcheski had to go back. The umpire called a late strike. Just got to look down and started getting everything ready. And here's a 3-2 pitch again. That one is popped up on the right side, so Skorcheski thought he was going to get a walk. Instead, he's going to be a leadoff flyout here in the bottom of the 4th. And it will bring up Aiden Spicer. Now it will bring up Aiden Spicer, the number 9 hitter. He had an RBI ground out. Got Brandon Valley on the scoreboard. Took a 1-0 lead in that bottom of the 2nd. It is now a 1-1 score. Here's the first pitch. That one is popped up on the infield. It is going to be Matt Hansen that will take charge. He'll make the catch, and there's now 2 down. Well, the inning would much look differently if Skorcheski had drawn that walk, but the umpire called the strike right at the letters. End up popping out, so now it's top of the order for Matt Brown. Matt Brown's 0 for 2. He has also picked up 2 of those 3 errors on the board right now for Brandon Valley. Here's the first pitch to Brown. That's outside for ball 1. Got a Bill Van Camp signing here at Brandon. Counts now 2-0. With Jack Van Camp scheduled to pitch in game number 2. Here's a 2-0 pitch. That one will miss, and it's now 3-0. We might see him throw in game number 1. We've seen him do that twice now, where he's finished game 1 and came back and started game number 2. Here's a 3-0 pitch to Brown. That's over for a strike, and it's now 3-1. And we finally seen an end to the car horn. 3-1 pitch. That one will miss, and it will be a 2-out walk, and it is issued to Matt Brown. And I'll bring up Michael Chevalier. Chevalier got that inning-ending double play, induced that inning-ending double play to end the top of the 4th inning. The bases were loaded with 1 down. We got the 6-4-3 double play to get out of it. So now with the ball in the gap somewhere, he can help himself out and help his team reclaim the lead. He is 1 for 2, singled back in the first, ground out to Keenels, leading off the bottom of the 3rd. Here's the first pitch to Chevalier, upstairs for ball 1. 3 walks have been issued so far here from Bennett Dean to the first 3 2/3 innings on the mound. Just 1 strikeout for Dean, as it's now 2-0. That one missed also upstairs. We do bring you greetings from Greg Dean, as he will rejoin next week on the broadcast. Might have a chance to have him on Friday, but most likely we'll have him next week back, joining us through just probably the rest of the season, maybe a game or 2 before between there, but he'll join us through the rest of the year, as it counts now 2-1. Here to Michael Chevalier. Runner on first and 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Dean from the stretch. Runner takes off, 2-1 pitch. That one's lined out towards center field. LA Life, though, is there. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side here in the bottom of the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left on base. We head to the top of the 5th. 1-1 between Pierre and Brandon Valley. You're listening to Post-State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Bank West Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent to put Bank West Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
HOMECARE Services is a private agency committed to providing expert advice and specialized care to those who want to remain living independently at home. HOMECARE Service has a team of nurses, caregivers, and administrative staff that offers a full range of in-home support services to our area. For more information about HOMECARE Services, call 224-2273. Expert advice, professional care. HOMECARE Services, 224-2273.
As we enter the top of the 5th inning, it is going to be a 1-1 score between Pierre and Brandon Valley. John Winkler here on this Tuesday evening, as he will be 3-4-5. Chance for Post-State to make some noise here, as Michael Chevalier is still on the mound here for Brandon Valley, working into his 5th inning. McGuire, Rasky, A.D. Gordon, and Cade Hinkle, 3-4-5. If there's any time to take a lead, this is going to be it for the Eights, as they did tie the ball game up at the top of the 4th, thanks to another error charge to Brandon Valley. 3 so far in the ball game for Brandon Valley. A little uncharacteristic of how this team is, but McGuire, Rasky trying to be the leadoff man, get on base here to open up the top of the 5th inning. Here's the first pitch to Rasky. That's over for strike one. Rasky is 0 for 2 so far. Ground out to the second baseman, but also reached on air in the 3rd inning from the second baseman, Brown. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's outside, and it's now 1-1. Just a bit outside, and it's 1-1. First of 2 here between Pierre and Brandon. Here's now the 1-1 pitch. Rasky will foul that one out of play, and it will now be 1-2. Outfield shading a little bit for Rasky to pull the ball. The center fielder Spicer playing that first base side off of second base. Here's the 1-2 pitch that will bounce in, and it's now 2-2. Here to the Pierre right fielder. We saw him throw last weekend. A chance to see his make him season debut. 2-2 pitch. That one's fouled back out of play again. And we'll do it another time. A softball game going on behind us, and had to pause as she was starting to make her windup. Was the little one behind us, and had to stop for a moment. Here's a 2-2 pitch now from Chevalier to Rasky. On the outside edge and taken for strike 3, and the leadoff man is retired by strikeout here to open up the top of the 5th inning, as it'll bring up Andy Gordon. Andy Gordon 0 for 2 so far. Well, it's nice when you can have 3 and 4 be 4-11 and 4-19 respectively coming in this doubleheader, as the first pitch is over for strike 1. But so far, those two guys have combined for an 0 for 5 spot. Here's the 0-1 pitch that is fouled out of play and is now 0-2. So an 0-2 count here to Andy Gordon. Chevalier looking to retire the best 2 hitters average-wise of the team in the first 2. Open up the top of the 5th. Ground ball over towards the third base side. Fielded by the first base, fielded by the pitcher Chevalier. Barely gets Gordon over at first base, maybe by less than a half a step. And there's now 2 down to bring up Cade Hinkle. Coach White had his arms out, signaling he was safe. But didn't win any argument, didn't win a change of call real quick, and didn't put up much of an argument other than thinking that he was safe. And it'll bring up now Cade Hinkle, is 1 for 2. Here's the first pitch, just a bit outside for ball 1. Hinkle singled in the top of the 2nd. Ground out to Matt Brown at second in the end of the top of the 3rd. He'll foul that one back to the netting, and is now 1-1. And that sun still trying to peek out. Haven't really had a full inning with a lot of sun hitting the all-turf infield. Here's now the 1-1 pitch from Chevalier to Hinkle. Misses low, and it's now 2-1. On deck is Isaac Pollock, who has popped out both times. 1-2-1 pitch. Just a bit outside again, is now 3-1. Boy, those look pretty close to where McGuire Rasky struck out swinging, but good takes there from Hinkle. And now he's got a real good hitter's count here, 3-1. A pitch from Chevalier. Hinkle fouled back and out of play. And we will do it again here at now 3-2. Well, you got to be real heads up here in Brandon. There's a lot of smaller fields really close to this one. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Just outside, and it will be a 2-out walk. And Hinkle is on with 2 away, and it will bring up Isaac Pollock. Be the 3rd free pass, 2nd walk. Merkel was hit by a pitch for the other free pass. So here's Isaac Pollock, 0 for 2, flew out to the right fielder, popped out to the first baseman. First pitch will miss for ball one. Runner on first here with 2 away in the top of the 5th inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one's popped up on the right side. First baseman Hayes will call for it right on the foul line, make the catch, and that will retire the side here in the top of the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We have the bottom of the 5th, 1-1 between Pierre and Brandon Valley. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At Black Hills Federal Credit Union, our top priority is providing value to our members. Since 1941, we have helped our neighbors buy homes and vehicles, finance their farms and ranches, insure their assets, and retire comfortably. From Custer to Sioux Falls, we live and work in our communities, and we treat our members like family. Visit bhfcu.com to learn more about how you can join. BHFCU is member-owned, not-for-profit, and federally insured by NCUA.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention, it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Krueger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Krueger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
As we welcome you back here, it is a 1-1 tie between Pierre and Brandon Valley. John Winkler here on this Tuesday, as it will be Joe Colbeck, Jackson Hayes, and Nick Hockenstead will be the first 3 hitters for Brandon Valley, as we are here 1-1 in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Eights so far with just 5 hits, 2 in the 2nd and 3 in the 4th, have been hitless in the first, 3rd, and 5th inning. 4 hits so far for Brandon Valley. They were held without a hit in the bottom of the 4th inning. Only 1 man reached base, but it is Joe Colbeck. And it's nice to have him leading off an inning if you're Post State. Here's the first pitch to Colbeck from Benedine. That'll be missed upstairs for ball 1. Colbeck is 0 for 1 so far. He walked, and then he also popped out. The 1-0 pitch is taken for a strike and is now 1-1 here to leadoff man Colbeck. 1-1 on its way. That one, a curveball that goes through the entire zone, but bottoms out and misses the bottom of the zone, and is now 2-1. 2-1 pitch. That one will also miss low, and it's now 3-1 here to leadoff man Joe Colbeck. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That one is popped foul. Out of play, and is now 3-2. Colbeck, Case, Hockenstead. Full count pitch upstairs, and the second time that Colbeck has been walked in this ball game. And the leadoff man is aboard to open up the bottom of the 5th inning. And he'll bring up Jackson Hayes, who is 1 for 2. Reshaw Fueller's choice, and also had a base hit. So he has been on base both times here as we play in the bottom of the 5th inning. And this 1-1 tie between Pierre and Brandon Valley. First pitch misses upstairs for ball 1. 4th walk that has been issued by Benedine. Good thing is he's only walked 1 in each of those 4. It's only been 1 an inning. 1-0 pitch. That one's at the letters. Is now 1-1. Colbeck is on at first. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Jackson Hayes. Runner takes off. The throw to second. Colbeck will slide in safely. Count is now 2-1. I believe that one missed. It will be 2-1 here to Jackson Hayes. So Colbeck is in scoring position to try and give Brandon Valley the lead back. if Hayes can find a way to reach, get a base hit in the outfield. Here's a 2-1 from Dean to Hayes. There's a line shot that Keenel's able to make the grab. It's a big first out. Good play there by Keenel's at short. Going to his right, making the catch, and there's now one down to bring up Nick Hockenstad. Hockenstad is 1 for 2. Hockenstad, he is 1 for 2, singled back in the bottom of the third inning. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Be followed by Tyler Shelsky. This is a big inning here for Post State. Colbeck on at second with nobody out. Now he is on at second still with one down. The count is now 2-0. Playing straight up here for the number 5 hitter. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Upstairs is now 3-0. Well, I hope I didn't get the broadcaster's jinx in here. Talking about Dean only walking one man without. There is action in the bullpen out in left field. 3-1 pitch. That one is over, and it's now 3-1. A 3-0 pitch was over for now 3-1. Trying to see who it is that's over there. Aaron Booth is the one that's warming up for Post State. Here's a 3-1. That one is popped foul, out of play. We'll do it again now at 3-2. Let's see if Bennett Dean can come all the way back from a 3-0 count. Now it's a full count, 3-2. Shelsky is on deck. Here's the 3-2 pitch from Dean. We'll miss, we'll walk him, and he'll get to the backstop, and it's going to be now first and third with one down. And it will bring up Tyler Shelsky. Now the fifth walk that's been issued here by Dean. However, a ground ball can get you out of this inning. As the umpire getting some more foul balls coming brought back to him. But it's Tyler Shelsky, who is 0 for 2 so far, reached on air his last time to the plate. Ground ball can get you out of it. Taylor made double play ball. Instead, the runner will take off for second on the first pitch. That is missed for ball 1. So it'll be a steal for Hockenstad, and that will take away the double play ball. Infield's coming in, not all the way in because of the turf infield. Maybe give him a little bit of chance there. There's a ground ball for Wiebe, but it's foul. And the count is now 1-1. The middle is semi-back, but mostly for a hard-hit ground ball. That kind of, you don't come all the way in because a hard-hit ground ball will still get to you very quickly on the turf. But the corners are even at the backs. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one will bounce in. Good block there by Cade Hinkle. And the count is now 2-1. Yankton with a big upset, 2-1 over Sioux Falls West in game 1 of that doubleheader. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Here's a ground ball over for Keenels. He's going to have to go home with it because the runner forced him over there. The throw coming to the plate, and now they're going to get everybody wrapped up, and Hinkle will not throw the ball. And they're going to bring everybody around, and we'll see what happens here. The throw, and now Colbeck's going to try and score the throw of the plate, and now everybody's all over the plates here. A throw over, and now a throw back. Hinkle will grab it. He'll tag out Colbeck, and there's now 2 down. Everybody was on the infield. All 9 guys were all on the infield. Merquan was the last one reaching the infield, but Rasky and Life got over there. So there's now 2 down. It'll be a fielder's choice for Shelsky. He'll get to second. So we got to try and score this here. 6-2. Back to 6, I believe it was, to 1, as that one's bounced in the dirt. Over to third base, a 5, and then 2 again. So if you're keeping score at home, it's a fielder's choice, 6-2, 6-1, 5-2 on the fielder's choice. You don't see that one very often. That one will be bouncing in as now 2-0. Still second and third here with 2 away. We'll have a time call, then Coach White coming out. He couldn't have come out just about a couple of seconds earlier when I was still trying to figure it out. So, again, if you're keeping score at home, a fielder's choice, 6-2, 6-1, 5-2 on the put-out. One of the favorite things when you get a whole bunch of guys feeling the ball. But in all reality, too, if the things would have kept going, Elliot Life, McGuire Rasky, and Matt Hansen were all standing at second base. So a throw to second, because Shelsky wasn't completely there yet. If they would have thrown it to second, probably wouldn't have got him. But somebody else, who's like one of the outfielders, could have easily grabbed that one and made a tag. And that would have made things even odder for a double play. But it was just a fielder's choice. So the count is 2-0. 2 outs here to Logan Kelling, who walked and also grounded out in his 2 trips to the plate. Here's a 2-0 pitch. That one's upstairs and is now 3-0. Here's the 3-0 now to Kelling, and that will be good over for a strike, and it's 3-1. Dean trying to battle all the way back. On deck is Dawson Skorcheski, who is 1 for 2 so far. Here's a 3-1. There's a line shot. That's going to get down. Brandon Valley will take the lead back. 1 run will come in to score. The throw coming. Cut off by Keenels at short. It's a 2-run single. A 2-out, 2-run single for Logan Kelling, and it's a 3-1 lead now for Brandon Valley here in the bottom of the 5th inning with 2 away. So that close to getting out of the inning without any damage. We'll bring up Dawson Skorcheski, who was 1 for 2. He flew out to the right fielder after thinking that he was going to walk. He actually threw his bat away, had to come back and pick it back up to come back to the plate in his last at-bat and end up flying out. First pitch is over for strike 1. Aaron Booth still throwing over there in the left field bullpen. Would think that maybe we might see Aaron Booth for the second time this year. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one will bounce in. Kinkle blocks it up. The throw to second is going to skip into center field, not far into center field. And stopping at second base is going to be Kelling. And there's a runner on second now with 2 away. And a base hit could open things up even more here for Brandon Valley. Not seeing any action in the right field bullpen for Brandon Valley quite yet. Here's now the 1-1 pitch outside, and it's 2-1. Might be Bennett Dean's last hitter. Aaron Booth is warm out in the left field bullpen. 2-1 pitch in the dirt, in the turf, and blocked up by Hinkle, and the count's now 3-1. Kelling had the 2 RBI single. Made it a 3-1 ball game. Here's a 3-1 pitch. That one is taken for a strike and is now 3-2. Skorcheski again thought he was about to walk, but that time just had a little quick feet before he had to stay in the batter's box. Here's a full count pitch. That one is missed outside, and it will be another walk issued by Dean, and it will be first and second here with 2 away. And I'll bring up Aiden Spicer, and this is looking like this might be it. It will be it here for Bennett Dean, and Aaron Booth now will come to the mound. So Bennett Dean will end here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning, leaving 2 runners on. We'll step aside for a minute. You're listening to Post-State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Sioux Nation of Fort Pierre knows what that sound is. It's baseball season. They also know that means it's grilling season. Sioux Nation has the Green Mountain Grill choices that you need for those hot dogs and burgers for tailgating. And let's be honest, you know there will be a steak in there too. Visit Sioux Nation of Fort Pierre and see their selection of grills. While you're there, also pick up some seasonings for your grilling needs. Visit Sioux Nation at 504 Deadwood Street, Fort Pierre. Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up all online. New or used, Shop for it all, online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
As we welcome you back here to Brandon, it is a 3-1 lead for Brandon Valley. Aaron Booth now on the mound here with 2 away, as he will try and finish this inning with limited damage. 2 runs came in to score thanks to the 2 RBI single from Logan Kelling. He is on at second. Dawson Skorcheski is on at first. And Booth will make his second appearance of the season. We saw him throw in Minot last weekend. He kept himself in a pitch count, only through 1 inning, so he is available to throw today. And he is making now his second appearance. And we'll see how long he does throw. If it's more than just trying to get this out, maybe he'll throw it in the 6th inning. I guess it all depends on if he labors through this bottom of the 5th inning or if he can get that last out here quickly. Aiden Spicer's the first man to greet him. First and second here with 2 away. First pitch from Booth to Spicer is at the letters for strike 1. Booth did throw a scoreless inning in his lone outing. But that was a huge outing. The 0-1 pitch is missed, and it's now 1-1. He threw 1 inning, walked 2 guys, had a strikeout. His whip was 3 in that inning, gave up a hit and 2 walks. 1-1 pitch. That one is over for a strike, and it's now 1-2, and Post State a strike away from getting out of this bottom of the 5th inning. 3 walks in the inning, just 1 hit so far for Brandon Valley to take it a 3-1 lead. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Booth to Spicer. That one's outside, and it's now 2-2. Love to see the velocity here from Booth. I'm sure it's probably not where he wants it to be. Don't know what the exact velocity is, but I believe he's going to be feeling pretty confident out there. He said his arm felt good. There's a ground ball that gets through a diving Andy Gordon into right field. McGuire Rasky will come up. He'll throw it to second. The runner stays at third base, and the bases are now loaded. Here with now 2 away, and it's back up to the top of the order for Matt Brown. So Matt Brown will try and extend this lead. We'll see if Booth will go from the windup or from the stretch here with 2 away. He will work from the windup with the bases now loaded. Here's the first pitch to Brown. On the inside edge, taken for strike 1. Good pitch there from Aaron Booth. Bases loaded, 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. 0-1 pitch. That one will bounce in. Good block by Hinkle. Didn't have to block it up cleanly, just enough to keep it in front of you. And he went up the third base line. Nobody is able to advance. Count is 1-1. Here's a 1-1 pitch from Booth to Brown. Chopper that goes off of Brown's leg, and the count is now 1-2. And again, Post State a strike away from trying to get out of this inning. With limiting the damage, Booth has allowed a base hit in his only man he's faced, but the bases are loaded. Brandon Valley had a 2-run single to give them a 3-1 lead. That pitch, a chopper that will be foul on the third base side. So we will do it again here at 1-2. The big spot. Top of the order, Matt Brown with the bases loaded and 2 down. Here's a 1-2 pitch. That one bounced well in front of the plate. About 10 feet in front of the plate, and then the throw from Hinkle went off the glove of Booth. Hanson was there paying attention, so he's not allowing anyone to come in to score. That could have been disastrous for Post State. Counts now 2-2. And here is the 2-2 pitch. That one's fouled out of play. Brown hanging in there. He is 0 for 2 so far. Flew out to Merquan, flew out to Rasky and right. He drew a walk in his last plate appearance. And now here is the 2-2 pitch. Once again from the right-hander Aaron Booth to leadoff man, the order Matt Brown. Well upstairs, and the count is now 3-2. And everybody will get a head start. See if Booth will change and go from the from the stretch with a 3-2 count. Everybody will get a huge head start. He will still go work from the windup. So here's now the 3-2 pitch with 2 outs. That one's outside, and it will be a 2-out walk, and it will bring in another run. And it's now a 4-1 lead here for Brandon Valley. 4th walk issued in the inning. And they will have the number 9 man to come to the plates in this inning. Michael Chevalier, end of the bottom of the 4th, flying out to center field. He now comes to the plate with 2 outs and the bases loaded, and can break this thing open for himself on the mound. Here's the first pitch to Chevalier. Over for strike 1. That's a big first pitch strike from Booth. Here's the 0-1 pitch now from Booth to Chevalier. And Chevalier will float it out towards left field. Going back is Merkwan, still going back at the wall, near the wall. Will make the catch and retire the side. But not before 3 runs come in to score on just 1 hit in the inning. Excuse me, 2 hits in the inning. There was no errors and 3 men left on base. We head to the top of the 6th. Post State trails Brandon Valley 4-1. Listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
This is the life. Sitting here, sipping lemonade, basking in the warm sun, and admiring the beauty and the solitude of my very own landscaped backyard. You know, I wasn't sure, but I was so glad when I made the call to Andy at Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping to finally have the work done. Calling Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping was probably one of the best and the easiest decisions I've ever made.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping, 280-4440. That's 280-4440.
Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre has been providing professional sales, service, and installation since 1977. Whether you're starting from scratch, new construction, or you're upgrading your current system at your home, farm, or office, give the professionals at Nystrom Electrical Contracting a call. They've got a lot of bright ideas. Call Nystrom today to schedule a free computer-generated estimate. The number is 224-8750, or visit their website at nystromelectric.com. As we head to the top of the 6th inning, it's a 4-1 lead, a new ball game here for Brandon Valley, taking a 3-run bottom of the 5th, and having that 3-run advantage for Michael Chevalier, who has thrown well for Brandon Valley. No action in the bullpen as of yet for this Brandon Valley team, but they have that 3-run cushion. 7, 8, 9, Merkwan, Life, and Hanson. Now, you really almost, when you look at this here, and I have to say it. I can't not say it to try and be a good broadcaster. I'll probably get the broadcaster's jinx, but you have 3 or better hitters coming to the plate, or as of late, better hitters. Of Merkwan, Life, and Hanson, all 3 of these guys have been on base here at least. They've been on base 4 of the 6 times they've come to the plate. Merkwan is the only one without a hit so far, but he was hit by a pitch. So, and as of late, these have been your best guys. These have been your hottest hitters. So it's not bad to have 7, 8, and 9 come up here in the top of the 6th. Might get you a rally started here. First pitch is over for strike 1. Here to Jack Merkwan. 0 for 1 so far. He struck out swinging, was hit by a pitch, and came in to score. Post State's only run so far. 0-1 pitch. That one will bounce, and it's now 1-1. Merkwan came in on the single from Matt Hanson. From the air. That was charged on Matt Hanson's single, as it counts now 2-1 here to Merkwan. Chevalier from the windup, 2-1 pitch. Merkwan climbs the ladder, fouls it away, and is now 2-2. Looking for a good start here in this top of the 6th inning. The Eights right now, 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error. 4 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors for Brandon Valley. 2-2. That one misses low. Good take there from Merkwan. Tough take, but he took good take. And it's now 3-2. A full count here to lead off man. And you look at the way the scoreboard is. Hits are nearly the same. 2 more errors for Brandon Valley. I think maybe the score would be reversed with a 4-1 lead for Post State, but the 2 errors committed by Matt Brown at second base have been erased getting out of the inning. He had a 1-out error in the 1st and 3rd inning. The next 2 guys were retired after the error. 3-2 pitch is on the inside edge. And Merkwan will take it for strike 3. And there's the first out here in the top of the 6th. And we'll bring up Elliott Life here with 1 down, nobody on. He's 2 for 2, 2 singles. Life got a single through the up the middle and through the right side hole in his first 2 at-bats. First pitch to him is outside for ball 1. Still playing him straight up is Brandon Valiant. He'll go to the left side now. He'll try and float that one down, but it will land foul. And it's now 1-1. We're trying to spray it all over the place. Trying to get that spray chart up for Elliott Life. Count is 1-1. Here's the number 8 hitter in the order, Matt Hansen. Number 9 hitter is on deck. Here comes the 1-1 from Chevalier to Life. A wheel and deal. Swing and a miss. It's now 1-2. Pitch in the turf. So Life will now have to battle up, down the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2. Outside, and it's now 2-2. Trying to paint that outside edge, get Life to chase. A little bit too far outside there from Chevalier. So now here's the 2-2 for the right-hander. Life swings and misses a pitch, an off-speed pitch, and back-to-back strikeouts to open up the top of the 6th. And it's now going to be Matt Hansen, who is 1 for 2. Hansen was the one that drove in Merkwan, although it was because of an throwing error. And he'll pop the first pitch up out in the left field. Out is Kelling. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3, and of course the announcer's jinx. It is not what I wanted to see in that top of the 6th, but it is a 4-1 lead for Brandon Valley. Listen to Post-State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
It is time to control noxious weeds. Do you have a control plan in place? If not, contact your local weed and pest supervisor to help you set up a plan. Effort now will save you time and money in the future. This is Paul Johnson, South Dakota State University Extension Weed Science Coordinator, asking for your support to get this statewide noxious weed problem under control.
As long as you have a local cooperative, you'll never farm alone. At CHS Midwest Cooperative, our team is your team, ready to help you make the decisions that are vital to your operation. From the seed, plant health, and marketing the grain, to fuel to keep you running, the feed to supplement your herds, and the financing programs to make it all possible. We're here for you. Give CHS Midwest Cooperative a call today and let us show you the value of the co-op. Local, loyal, and trusted for generations.
Bottom of the 6th inning, it is a 4-1 lead here for Brandon Valley. John Winkler here on this Tuesday evening as Aaron Booth will get back to work on the mound here in the bottom of the 6th as he's trying to keep this a 4-1 deficit heading for the top of the order in the top of the 7th. But he will deal with 2, 3, and 4. 3, 4, and 5. Colbeck, Hayes, and Hockenstead as all 9 guys came to the plate in the bottom of the 5th inning. 3 runs scored, 3 men were left on base, 3 outs were committed. And Colbeck, who led off the 5th with a walk, he was thrown out on that fielder's choice, ended up being a 6-2, 6-1, 5-2 on the fielder's choice. And here is Colbeck still looking for his first hit. He's just 0 for 1, been walked twice so far. So he's still been on base twice for Brandon Valley as a dangerous hitter. First pitch is over for strike 1. Last time these two teams played back in the high school season, there wasn't a whole lot of hits to go around. No extra base hits for either side. 0-1 pitch, the curveball that's upstairs, and it's now 1-1. I think Colbeck's probably used to seeing a whole lot of curveballs and the ones that don't break that kind of stay up near the eyeballs. Here's the 1-1 pitch. There's a swing and a foul tip off the mid of Hinkle. It's now 1-2. I think Colbeck was looking to make it 5-1 on that 1-1 pitch, but chased it just a little bit, maybe above the zone. So it's now a 1-2 count here. Colbeck stands straight up. 1-2 pitch. Hard hit ground ball. That's through for a base hit past the diving Wiebe at third base. Merkwan will come up. He'll throw it, and it'll keep Colbeck on for a single, and that is his first hit today. And Brandon Valley has the leadoff man on to open up the bottom of the 6th. Yet another inning for the leadoff man to reach base for Brandon Valley. Back-to-back innings, they've had the leadoff man reach base. Here's Jackson Hayes. Hayes is 1 for 3. Well, a big 2-out rally for Brandon Valley. Got them that lead. That pitch comes in, hits Hayes. I'm not sure that I saw that hit Hayes and where it would have hit him. I'm not really sure where it would have been, but Hockenstead now will come to the plate. Hell, small hesitation. That's why I didn't say anything for a minute. So it didn't really look like it was close to Hayes, but he is on now, first and second here with nobody out. And it is Hockenstead who takes ball 1. Count is 1-0 here to Nick Hockenstead, the third baseman, 1 for 2. A single and a walk. He's showing bunt. He will try and drop down the bunt. It will be pass over for the second baseman. Hanson will barehand. He'll throw it wide of Andy Gordon at first base. Another run will come in to score. Runners will all move up 90 feet, and it's now a 5-1 lead here for Brandon Valley. Second and third with nobody out. Using the turf to your advantage, Hockenstead pushed the bunt over. He was going to beat that out, even with a good play from Matt Hanson. So it'll be a single and an air charge to Hanson. Second air, and the eighth hit of the ball game now for Brandon Valley. Here's Shelsky with 2 runners in scoring position and nobody out, in a 5-1 lead here for Brandon Valley. This is a 4-run game that doesn't feel like a 4-run game, although it can slip away from Post State pretty quickly. That 0-1 pitch, that one will bounce in well in front of the plate. Nico blocked it up, and the count's now 1-1. Post State will have the top of the order in the top of the 7th. Right now they'll need at least 4 runs to try and extend the ball game. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one is missed, and it's now 2-1. Yankton's trying for a doubleheader sweep against West. They went 2-1 in game 1 over Sioux Falls West. There's a ground ball right back to Booth. He'll look back the runner, throw to first. There's a big first out. That was the best spot to go for Post State. As it'll be a 1-3 put out and be Logan Kelling now, who had the biggest hit so far. A 2-out, 2 RBI single for Kelling that gave a 3-1 lead for Brandon Valley. It's now been pushed up to a 5-1 lead. Here's the first pitch. That one will bounce in, and it's 1-0. Second and third here with 1 down. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one is over for a strike and is now 1-1. The corners are in. The middle is halfway back. Looking for a hard hit ground ball that will still be played. That one's shot to the gap. 2 runs are going to come in to score out in the right center field. It's going to roll all the way out towards the wall. Rasky cuts it off right before the wall, but it will be a double for Logan Kelling. 4 RBIs. He's 2 for 3 in the ball game. And the Brandon Valley has opened this thing up to a 7-1 lead here in the bottom of the 6th. That's our first extra base hit of the ball game for either side. Out of 14 hits, just 1 double so far. And it's a big one. Logan Kelling, 4 runs driven in. As Dawson Skorcheski now will come to the plate. There is action in the bullpen out in right field for Brandon Valley. No action here for Post State. The first pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Looks like maybe this will be Aaron Booth's game to try and finish. But you got to be careful here, too, because he's coming off that injury. And you would think maybe if there's going to be a guy that will come in, probably coming in on the field. Here's a 2-0 pitch now to Skorcheski. That one's over on the outside edge. It's now 2-1. Booth did say, though, that his arm felt good. after pitching that for the first time. 2-1 is upstairs. It's now 3-1, which is excellent to hear. That's a great sign to hear that his arm was feeling good after throwing, even if it was just an inning, limited pitches, still feel good. Kind of get through some of that soreness, some of the maybe the timidness of throwing after having an arm injury like he did. That thought maybe that was going to be Tommy John surgery. Thought he was going to not be able to throw at all from the spring all the way to the end of the summer. But now the 3-2 count here with one down. Aaron Booth has his second appearance of the season. There's a walk that's issued. And it's now first and second here with one down. Excuse me. Yeah, first and second here with one down, and it will bring out Coach White Coach Nas for a visit. And Aiden Spicer now will come to the plate. Here in the bottom of the sixth with one down. First of two between Pierre and Brandon Valley. This is a big second game here for the Eights. Even if they don't pick up a win here in game one, they've got to try and find a way here to win game number two. There's still 3 outs left to go here in game number one. Top of the order, but they're down by 6. Aiden Spicer, he is 1 for 3 so far, an RBI ground out that got Brandon Valley on the board back in the second inning. He singled last inning in the bottom of the fifth. This is already the 7th man to come to plate here for the Lynx. First pitch is over for strike one. Again, if you're just tuning in and you see a 7-1 score on the scoreboard here at KCCR Sports on YouTube, or if you hear it's a 7-1 ball game, I think, oh boy, that game just wasn't good for Post State. Well, it was a 1-1 game going in the bottom of the 5th inning. A 1-0 game after the second. I mean, this was a tightly contested ball game. It's still not over. There's still why baseball is such a good sport is 1-1 pitches is swing and a miss. It's now 1-2. Outside of Brandon Valley scoring 4 runs to make an 11-1 win, Post State has 3 outs to work with. You can score as many runs as you want in those 3 outs. 1-2 pitches taken for strike 3. And there's a first strikeout here for Aaron Booth. And there's now 2 down as we go back to the top of the order for Matt Brown. Matt Brown has walked his last 2 trips after starting out in this ball game 0 for 2. He still is 0 for 2, but has been on base twice. First pitch to Brown. Over for strike 1. As all speed pitches are kept to the top of the zone. Not necessarily where you want to live as a pitcher, but Brandon Valley unable to pull the trigger on a lot of those pitches. The 0-1 pitch, that one is skied out towards left field. Jack Merquan coming in. He'll make the catch and retire the side here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Another 3-run score here for Brandon Valley. On 3 hits in the inning, a 2-run double by Logan Kelling. No errors, and 2 men left on base. We head to the top of the 7th. Post State needs 6 to tie, 7 to take the lead. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
ServiceMASTER of Pierre. It's no secret we clean carpets professionally, but not many people know we clean furniture, kitchens, bathrooms, walls, floors, and windows. We also do fire and water restoration, plus construction cleanups. There's nothing we can't clean. Give ServiceMASTER a call at 224-9919. ServiceMASTER, the clean you expect, the service you deserve. ServiceMASTER, 224-9919.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
As we get to the top of the 7th inning, it is a 7-1 lead here for Brandon Valley as Michael Chevalier will try and finish this one out as he has done a very good job on the mound for Brandon Valley as he has gone those 6 complete. There is some action in the bullpen out in right field, so it's not necessarily a for sure thing that it will be a complete game for Chevalier as he will deal with the top of the order. I think Coach Jeremy Van Heel has given every opportunity for Chevalier to go out and get a complete game win here in game one. Before game two, the 8s will be off until Friday when they will travel to Mitchell for a doubleheader. Mitchell playing at Harrisburg here for one game here this evening as Lincoln Keenels will lead things off as the first pitch is skied out towards right field. Right fielder in Shelsky will make the catch, and the leadoff man retired here to open up the top of the 7th. And one pitch, and they'll bring up now Jaden Wiebe. Wiebe is 0 for 3, 0 for 2 so far. He ground into that inning-ending double play, and that's a one inning that Post State would probably like to have back. They scored that first run, had the bases loaded, 1 out. Spencer Lettler is actually going to hit for Wiebe. So Spencer Lettler is getting his first at-bats. We'll probably see him play the field here in game number 2. Here's a ground ball left side, fielded by the shortstop Colbeck. Throw to first is in time, and there's now 2 down here in the top of the 7th. And it'll bring up McGuire Rasky. As Post State is now an out away from this ball game, from dropping game number 1 of this doubleheader. Still, it would be 11 of the last 13 for Post State against South Dakota opponents. Would fall to 17-12 on the season and would have a 3-game losing streak, but could end that in game number 2 against this Brandon Valley Ball Club. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Here's a 1-0 to Rasky. That is outside as well. It is now 2-0. Rasky's 0 for 3, grounded out. Reshawn Aaron also struck out looking. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Rasky will foul that one out of play. And is now 2-1. Making its way on the softball field behind us. 2-1 is the count here with 2 down, nobody on in the top of the 7th. A 2-1 pitch. That one is also outside, and it's now 3-1. On deck is Andy Gordon. Post State would have to start a huge 2-out rally, scoring 6 runs. Ground ball up the middle. Well, here's your start. Rasky's on with a single, his first hit of the game. And they'll bring up now Andy Gordon with 2 down, 1 on. Gordon's 0 for 3. He's looking for his first hit of this ball game. That is the 6th hit for Post State here in game 1. That one's popped up, fouled out of play. And it's 0-1 here to Andy Gordon. These two guys hitting .411, .418. McGuire Rasky and Andy Gordon were combined 0 for 6 in game number 1 until Rasky's base hit. Gordon swings and misses at the 0-1 pitch and is now 0-2. So now here's a chance of Post State down their last strike. Chevalier looking for a complete game here on the mound for Brandon Valley here in game 1. 0-2 pitch. Gordon will pop it up on the right side. Matt Brown is over the second baseman. He will make the catch, and that will end the ball game here in game number 1. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. 7-1 final score here in game 1 for Brandon Valley. We step aside for 2 minutes. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
CommTech in Pierre invites you to come out and check out their expansive showroom. It's filled with everything you need to thrive in today's technology-dependent world and a knowledgeable staff to guide you through. CommTech has TVs, computers, personal electronics to commercial electronics, anything to fit your technology needs. The experienced professionals at CommTech can guide you through any questions you may have. Whether you struggle with technology or live for it, CommTech can help you find exactly what you're looking for. CommTech will even install and service what they sell, so you don't have to worry once you get your products home. CommTech, located at 1601 North Lowell Avenue behind Walmart. Check them out online at CommTechPlus.com.
South Dakota didn't always have a capital, or even a permanent settlement for that matter. There wasn't always a river city on the Missouri River. And before First Dakota filed the first charter in 1872, there wasn't always a bank in South Dakota. Every timeless institution, tradition, and thriving business was started somewhere by someone who had a dream. and the passion to make it happen first. What will be your South Dakota first? Visit firstdakota.com/first. Member FDIC.
Do you need the Pierre Governor apparel for the big game? Or how about Stanley County apparel or Post-State apparel? All-Around Graphics in Pierre is your place to go. Not only can you get your apparel, but they also do screen printing, jerseys, awards, and trophies. And did you know they can print and customize your signs? All-Around Graphics can do it all. Located at 819 North Euclid Avenue, or call 224-4677. All-Around Graphics in Pierre, your one-stop shop.
AGTEGRA in Highmore. We pride ourselves on providing our customers with reliable markets, superior services, and quality products. From corn and soybeans to spring and winter wheat, you can trust AGTEGRA in Highmore with all your grain handling needs. It's all about helping you achieve the best harvest possible. Call AGTEGRA of Highmore today at 605-846-1379. That's 605-846-1379.
As we welcome you back here, you can't hear anything, can you, Coach Nas? Here, let me see if you can you talk?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, all right, we're good.
I don't know why. Here, let me try this for you. Let me give you a little bit extra opportunity to maybe hear something. Now you can hear something. Coach Nas joining us. Hey, nothing like live radio here here in Brandon. 7-1 loss here in Game 1 for Post State, and Coach kind of was thinking it, and now I get to say to you, that's not a 7-1 ball game. That's a much closer ball game than what a 7-1 score might indicate.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, they kind of broke it open there towards the end. For the most part, we played well. We just got to be in the strike zone earlier in innings. You know, Bennett was doing a good job. He was walking a couple guys, and then he was doing a good job of getting back in the zone. We just got to be consistent and in the zone early.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, really, when you look at the downfall is the amount of walks that you guys had, which still more than what you would want, but not a whole lot of walks from you guys. But again, it's one of those things that you can point to and kind of say, okay, here's why we're 17-12 right now with that loss is because of just one too few walks.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we got a Chevalier kid. He's a good pitcher. We've seen him before, and he always does a good job. He's a tough kid to hit. He does a great job competing for him up there. And we had guys on. We had opportunities. We just didn't finish out innings on the offensive side of things.
You know, and even when to talk about that, 12 guys, they left 12 guys on base at Brandon Valley. So you guys did a good job. Even when guys got on base for Brandon Valley, that your pitchers, Brennan Dean and Aaron Booth, didn't get too rattled. And again, without the last two innings, this was a completely different ball game. And you got to credit to your guys for being able to step up and be able to get guys out.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it was big. You know, it's been really nice to see Booth be able to get back out there and compete and do well. Yeah, you know, we got to tip our hats to them. They're a good ball club. They did a good job of hitting the ball hard into gaps, and that was kind of the difference in the game. We had a few hard hit balls right at people. Then we got to do a better job too, top to bottom, of just putting together at bats, because I'm sure his pitch count was pretty low, and you know, when we get on base, take advantage of that. Maybe, you know, we might look to be a little bit more aggressive here. When the ball's hit and play, we got to be more aggressive on the bases too.
I know you can't bench me because I'm not part of the team, but I can maybe take a little bit of fault for the top of the sixth inning when he had 7, 8, 9. Merquan, LA Life, and Matt Hansen have been 3-year hottest hitters, and I happened to mention that before the top of the inning, and of course they strike out twice and fly out for 1, 2, 3 innings. So I apologize for that sixth inning not going a little bit better than what it could have been. But I mean, you know, and that's the game of baseball too. You have a lot of good hitters and a lot of hitters that have been hot. Just this game didn't just go the way for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, those three. There's kind of a reason that we keep those three at the tail end of the order. You know, we've talked about mixing it up. You know, we tried up in Minot, putting Elliott in that leadoff spot, but we really do like those guys down at the bottom of our order. They, you know, usually they do a really good job for us getting the lineup turned over and getting back to the top of the order, and they score a lot of runs for us. They put a lot of balls in play, and yeah, we're kind of liking the way that the back end of our order is looking. We just, you know, maybe got to put together a few more ABs through the middle of the order, and our guys leading off. We gotta do a better job of getting our leadoff guys on base as well, making teams think when they're out on the field instead of just making routine plays over to first.
You get Jack Van Camp on the mound here in game number 2, and a guy that, you know, doesn't just comes in and pitches and does his job, and that's a big name to get out there, put on the bump for you guys to try and get split here against Brandon Valley.
Yeah, we know he's going to go out there and compete. You know, he's been a kid that's been competing against Brandon Valley for a long time, and so he knew going into this that he was going to get the rock for one of these games, and he's excited for it. If he can go out there and be in the zone, you know, he's always a tough guy to get hits off of, tough guy to score off of. Hard to be aggressive on the bases when he's on the bump. So yeah, we're just looking for him to go out there, throw strikes, and then offensively, you know, we just got to continue to be aggressive at the plate, continue to swing hard, and you know, I think good things will happen.
You kind of took the next question away from me there. I was about to ask you what it was going to take to win that second game, but you pretty much already answered it for me. Hey, you're good luck here in the second game. This is a big win. You know, a quick mention to you that Sioux Falls West lost to Yankton in Game 1 of the doubleheader, so that's a big seed point loss for that Sioux Falls West team. So now you guys have an opportunity, maybe even overtake them by the end of the day today.
Yeah, and that's what, you know, this weekend, Coach White and I were talking that this week really is. It's I don't want to say make or break game because there's still a decent amount of games left, but after this week we really don't have a ton of South Dakota games left with going to the Gopher. So if we can get a split here and then with Mitchell on Friday, those could really help. I don't know if it would secure a home field game for that regional, but it would get us awfully close to securing it.
Well, Coach, good luck here in game number 2. Appreciate the time, and good luck here in game 2. We'll hopefully talk to you after a big win.
All righty, thank you. Appreciate it.
Coach Nathan Nas of Post State as they fall in game number 1, 7-1. We will step aside for a couple of minutes. Come back. You'll hear from News Director Zach Nelson in his check of the weekday news as we will step aside for, let's take a 2-minute break. We'll come back with News Director Zach Nelson. You're listening to Post State Baseball. Before we do get away from that, we are listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station. We will end our broadcast here on YouTube at KCCR Sports. So if you're watching, we will end this first game. We'll come back with game number 2 here in just a little bit. So we'll step aside for